Good morning everyone, I hope you found another week of virtual learning fun and rewarding. Today I'll be taking you through a stretch and flexibility workout. What you'll need for this one is you'll need a yoga mat if you're working on a hard surface, a bottle of water as well so you can keep yourself hydrated. There'll be lots of modifiers as normal, so you can make exercise a little bit more difficult if you need to. And just saying from the start of this one, my flexibility isn't great. It's something that I am working on during lockdown as well. So my form might not be perfect, but hopefully you get the right idea. Let's have some fun. To start off with, we're going to do some activation exercises, starting with our neck. So look to the right, and then back to the left. All of our movements in today's session are going to be controlled. Not rushing through them. Now trying to look over your shoulder. Okay, next movement we're going to look up and then down. Not straining your neck too much, not moving too quickly. Okay, we're going to move on to rolling our shoulders forwards. Okay, and now moving them backwards. From here, we're going to bring our arms to the middle of our chest, push them out, then raise them up above your head before releasing back to the middle of the chest, push them out, raise them up, and then lower down again. Holding your arms out, you're going to start some arm circles, quite small and quite slowly to begin with. Let them get bigger. Brilliant. Now same again, but going backwards this time. Starting quite small, quite slow. Then let them get bigger. Okay, for our next exercise, you can bring your arms back to the middle of your chest. Push them out in front of you and then rotate round to the right hand side or rotating round to the left. Don't need to force your arms all the way around your body just yet. Nice and relaxed range of motion. Okay, from here we're going to start to get our legs moving a little bit. Bring your right knee up, twist it round, and then back down. Same with the left. Again, not rushing through the motion, try and keep your balance. Okay, from here we're going to go the other way, so you're going to start by bringing your leg up slightly behind your hips and then bringing it forward. Okay, our next movement is called round the world lunges. To start off with, you're going to lunge forwards, trying to get a 90-degree angle with both knees, then lunge sideways with the same leg, before lunging backwards with the same leg. Then you lunge backwards with the other leg, sideways, and forwards to complete the circle. For the next stretch, you might want to use your yoga mat. Come down into a lunge, but pop your knee on the ground. You're then going to lie your foot flat and lean forwards into the stretch. From here, you can put your hands flat on the floor, either both inside your leg or one either side, and then raise up onto your toes. Drop down again and switch legs. Starting off upright, leaning into the stretch. From there, put your hands flat on the ground, either inside your leg or one either side, and then raise up onto the toes of your back leg. Okay, lower down and then stand up. From there, we're going to move on to a hamstring stretch. So your back leg will be flat on the floor, and you put the heel of the other foot forwards, then slightly bend the back leg and sit into the stretch. You should feel this stretch up the back of your thigh. Switch sides, so back leg straight, heel of the other foot forwards, bend the knee slightly, sit back into the stretch. Sides again. Okay, from there, you're then going to stand nice and tall, raise up onto your tiptoes, stretch your arms above your head, and then lower down again. Up we go. Lower down. Up we go. Lower down. Now putting your weight on one leg, you're just going to roll around your ankle on the other. Circles with your heel, Going one way, then the other way. Before switching there. Okay, now we're going to move into some slightly yoga inspired moves. For these again, you might want your water and a yoga mat. The first pose that we're going to try and hold is called mountain pose. For this you need to have your feet together on your mat. You're going to tense your thighs slightly, lift your chest up, and imagine that there is a string attached to the top of your head and it's pulling your body nice and upright. From here you can take some deep breaths, hold each one for a second or two, and then release. So, with me, feet together, tense your thighs slightly, lift your chest, and imagine that string is pulling you up. Hands can be relaxed by the side. And relax. And again, tensing the thighs, lift the chest, imagine the string. And one more time. Well done. Okay, our next pose is tree pose. Now there are 3 different stages to this, all with the same basic points. So to start off with again, feet together on your mat, nice and neutral spine, arms relaxed. Using our right leg as our standing leg, we're going to move our left heel to meet our left, just above our left ankle. From there we can raise our hands up, keeping our standing leg pointing forwards, same as our hips and our chest. Okay, if you're comfortable with this, the next stage is to raise your left foot so that it runs along the side of your shin, and again raise your arms up. Trying to keep everything in line. Okay. The third stage is the advanced stage to this. If your balance is quite good, then feel free to give this one a go. You're going to slowly raise your leg up and then place it on the inside of your thigh. It has to be above your knee. From there, keeping yourself square forwards, raise your arms up. Try and keep your gaze pointing straight ahead, and that will help you with your balance. You can tense the thigh on your standing leg as well. We're going to repeat this on the other side, starting with level 1. From there, we can move our leg further up into the side of our shin. Before having a go at bringing our foot up to the inside of our thigh. It's really important not to lean your foot against your knee, because we want to keep the pressure off our knees and your heel goes into your thigh. Gaze forwards, hip forwards. Keep your standing leg pointing forwards as well. Now that you've seen all of the levels, you're going to pick the one that you're comfortable with, and we're going to repeat that exercise on both sides. When we're in the pose, we're going to hold for 4 or 5 deep breaths, relax and move to the other side. You can do this in your own time. I will complete the exercise as well. So, standing leg is the right leg first. Well done, that was tree pose. Okay, for the next pose, you need to have your legs about shoulder width apart and you're looking down your mat. What we're going to do is we're going to hinge forwards at the hips and we're going to walk our hands out until we look like an almost upside down V. Now, you'll feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. If you need to bend your knees slightly, that's absolutely fine. But if you bend them too far, you will not get the benefits of the exercise. So, keeping your knees straight or slightly bent, you're going to hinge forwards, walk your hands out until you look a bit like an upside down V. Keep your weight in your heels and in the palms of your hands. Try and relax your neck, keeping your neck, back and shoulders roughly in line. Then walk your hands in, bend your knees and straighten up. Now, depending on your flexibility will depend on the steepness that you can get into the shape of your V. Now, my hamstrings aren't all that flexible, so I look like a bit more of a wonky L, but it's something that with practice you can improve on. So what I'd like everyone to do is to have another go, remember the main points and complete this stretch in your own time. Aiming to hold for about 10 breaths when you're in the stretch. For our next stretch, you're going to start at the front of your mat and you're going to lunge your left leg behind you, keeping a slight bend in the knee. So lunging my left leg back, there's a slight bend in my knee. I'm then going to raise my arms up into the air, concentrate on sinking my hips lower to the ground. From here, I'm going to put the palms of my hands next to the inside of my front leg. And when I'm nice and stable there, I'm going to raise my left arm up and up into a straight line before returning to hands on the ground, raising my arms back up and returning to the start position. We'll repeat this on the other leg. So, start facing forwards, lunge the right leg backwards, slight bend in the knee, arms into the air, keeping your body nice and upright, sink your hips lower to the ground. Palms to the inside of the leg, and then extend your right hand towards the ceiling. Palms to ground, arms in the air, and return to the start. Now I'd like everyone to repeat that again, going at your own pace. When your arms are in the air in that first lunge, hold for 2 to 4 breaths. When your hands have got the palms on the floor, again a couple of breaths there, and then 4 breaths when your arms extended to the ceiling. Keep this stretch nice and controlled, nice and calm, and enjoy. For our next stretch, you're going to actually go down onto all fours, keeping your knees about shoulder width apart. You're going to plant your hands down as well, with your shoulders over your elbow, over your wrist. From here, we're going to try and keep our back nice and straight. We're not arching it either way. We're going to keep it nice and strong. When you've taken a couple of breaths in this position, you're going to extend your left leg out and straighten it behind you. Trying to keep your waist nice, your weight nice and balanced. You'll have to tighten your core to keep your weight nice and even. Hold your leg there for 4 or 5 breaths. Bring it back in, and then do the same with your right leg. All the time, trying to make sure that your back doesn't arch, and that you keep your weight spread nice and evenly between your palms and your other standing knee. Again, hold for 4 or 5 breaths. As a modifier, you could have your toes on the ground, but still keeping your leg nice and straight. Then bring your knee back in. Okay, so everyone repeat this 3 times on each side. Do this at your own pace. For our next stretch, you're going to lie face down on your mat with your hands under your shoulders and facing forwards. Keeping your legs together, hands under shoulders, facing forwards. From here, you're going to gently push your chest up, keeping your gaze forwards and not hunching your shoulders. So you don't want to hunch your shoulders, keep them nice and relaxed. And hold. Now, if you're not that flexible, you can push yourself up slightly and support yourself on your forearms and your elbows as well. And you will still get the same benefits from this stretch. So, when you're in the pose, whether you're on your forearms or whether you're pushing all the way up, hold yourself there for 8 to 10 breaths and then relax down again. Do this in your own time and keep the movement nice and controlled. Repeat that one more time. We're going to finish this session by lying on our backs. You're going to let your body relax into this pose. Your legs can be slightly apart, arms slightly away from your body with your palms facing the ceiling. If you want to, you can close your eyes and concentrate on your breathing so that you relax and become heavy. When you are nice and relaxed, it might be nice to think of something that you've achieved this week. It could be something big, it could be something that you've achieved each day. Maybe focus on something you'd like to achieve next week, and hopefully this will make you start your day in a really positive way and enjoy your weekend with a really positive attitude as well. You can hold this pose for as long as comfortable, and then you finish the session. Really, really well done. I hope you've enjoyed it.